For some of you, that's a good thing, and for others of you, that's a bad thing. All right. Whatever the case, this video is about an ex-partner. All right. So if that is not your cup of tea, there's plenty of other great tarot readers on YouTube you can go and check out. If you need to find the timestamps for this video, you can find them in the comment section down below. Look for my name. It'll be highlighted and pinned. Show more info, and you'll see all the blue links there to go to whatever zodiac sign you want to watch. All right. My email is in the description box of this video if you need to get a hold of me. Also, for the people that leave great comments on my videos, you obviously know who you are. I do appreciate all of you for doing that, especially the people that like my videos. There's also a couple of long-time people that have been subscribed to me pretty much from the start. Again, you kind of know who you are, but I do want to give you a shout out and say I'm appreciative of you for always coming to watch my channel, all right? I think that's about it. What else we got? Oh, I got a phone call coming in.
Wes, it's me, Hillary again. I need a tarot reading to see if Bill is going to prison.
Hillary, it's. I already told Bill this. It's not that kind of video. All right, sorry, I gotta go. I'm in a video right now. Well, we've got island problems. I guess Bill might become a island boy. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to the video. Got all kinds of people just blowing up the phone wanting a tarot reading these days. All right. Let's get with Aries. Aries. Alright. It would appear the stream is correct. Aries. Hope all the Aries out there are doing great. Alright. Tell me about the person our Aries are not talking to. Who is this person? What can I know? What can Aries know? It says the Three of Wands reversed, so we got some Aries energy there. This is a person that's not moving forwards with at all, it says. Okay, so generally the Three of Wands reversed is quite negative because it's basically telling us whatever, if there was past efforts, it either gets stalled or just goes backwards. It's not really moving forwards. Although there may have been attempts to try and do that for some of you. All right. This could also sometimes talk about a failed reconciliation, kind of going back to the drawing boards. Or it can talk about disruptions in communication. There could be a communication barrier here. A lot of the Wands energy can generally talk about communication, so when it's reversed, it oftentimes can just tell us straight up that there's problems with that in some ways. Maybe this person is just being difficult with that, all right? Tell us about this person that's being difficult with Aries. How do they feel towards Aries? Person's not talking with Aries. It says judgment reversed, so this person has some, again, it's showing some issue around you that is either indeterminate. They also, judgment reversed can also tell us for a slither of you that sometimes communication can be very unbalanced. Most times this can be when there's, I don't know, one particular thing or multiple things where two people don't agree with and they're giving different opinions about something, all right? Like maybe somebody critiques you and says that, you could have made a better effort at calling, and then from your standpoint, you're like, actually, I called a lot and you just didn't answer. I don't know, something like that, all right? In terms of a relationship, this can also just be uncertainty around that, whether it restarted or not. All right. This just came out over the Judgment reverse, the Six of Wands. It's Leo energy. So that's basically victory after the battle in some ways in plain English. So this could be someone that's wondering if it's even possible to have a successful relationship with you. All right, would it even work? How else does this person feel towards Aries? Ten of Wands reverse. So, I mean, this person's energy, Aries, is quite negative, unfortunately. Ten of Wands, when it's reversed, is also very negative here because it's kind of telling us somebody that's just feeling like, what's the point? Why even bother with this? Why their energy is so kind of negative, I'm not really sure. Actually, let me kind of jump, come back just a notch. I don't want to say that this person's looking at you, Aries, as like you're a burden or something like that. It's just showing more frustration of some sort. Like they're not making progress, or they're questioning why. Like, why would someone be questioning if something can work? They've obviously seen failure, or there's been setbacks or problems or something like that. So I think in some ways it's like they're putting energy into something where they haven't seen the results they're wanting. All right. This seems like a situation potentially where somebody just abandoned it or left or just gave up on it for some reason. How does this person see Aries? Person that's not talking to Aries. So it says Four of Cups. Should've, the could've, the would'ves. This is a card of lack. Again, whoever this person is, this does tell us something, though. It does show potential because it is a card of cups. So what can this tell us with the surrounding energy? It probably suggests this person did have some type of emotional interest in the connection, but it just didn't pan out. And the key word here is the way that they wanted it to. Translation, you weren't doing something that they wanted you to do. That was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it? If Aries would just stop letting me down, it could be better. Why is this person not talking to Aries? Oh. So we have the Nine of Swords. We got Gemini energy there. This person's up in their mind, it would suggest. Or they overthink this. Okay. What is this person probably overthinking? It tells us in the feelings. It's something about this connection. So if I had to take a guess here, Aries, this is like an energy. What it's saying is like some person that's probably going back and forth between what is the positive and what is the negative. All right. They're looking at what they've already witnessed, what's already happened. And that is a huge weighing factor in the way that they're looking at the situation. A lot of you might be saying, well, if this is so negative, why is the tarot telling me about it and why do I care? The reason it's bringing it up is because of this card. It's still suggesting that this person is most likely manifesting you in some way, shape, or form. How's that happening? From them thinking about the situation repetitively, all right? Which probably tells the universe they're not over you. All right. Now, but life throws those situations where it's like, what do? You don't like this and you don't like that, but you're still thinking about it. So it probably tells us that there's something you did this person liked. So it's saying this person's not talking because they're again, Nine of Swords is quite I don't think it's the true energy of Nine of Swords in this particular situation, but it's saying that they're overthinking this. They're not following their intuition here. Could be doubting themselves or unsure what to do or say. Maybe just to leave it alone. But I think it's just worrying about what their feelings pretty much. Will this person reach out to Aries? This person that's clearly like defeated to Aries. No, it says they're going to avoid the situation for now. or just think about it more. With Seven of Swords, high card of thinking. All right. Tell us more with this person for Aries, the one that's being difficult here. Why are they in the Four of Cups energy towards Aries? It says Two of Swords and Four of Swords. All right, so that doesn't tell us anything. It's again kind of reciting stuff from a failed relationship, or healing, moving past it, or something like that. But it's the Two of Swords reversed is pretty much still telling us the Judgment reverse, that there's still some decision that they can't make up, or they don't know what to do about the situation. I need to ask a question that tells us something more about the Cups energy here. Why do they keep thinking about Aries if they're stressed out about the situation? The person that's not talking with Aries, why do they keep thinking or manifesting Aries? Why do they keep thinking or manifesting Aries? So it says Page of Wands. So this person either A, wants to reach out to you, or B, wants to do something with you. All right? Wands energy is always good. It's putting fire, passion, drive into something. So why would anybody come towards you? It's because they want to try and push things in a, I don't know, either A, hang out with you. What you been doing? How you been? Would you like to go out to have a drink with me? So that's why we're getting this reading overall, Aries. I don't know what to make of it, really. This person seems to be a bit of a lost lamb, if you ask me. But the only reason it's showing up here is because, yes, they do want to reach out to you. The tarot is suggesting they won't, probably because they're up in their mind. All right? But anyways, I gotta move on. Thanks for watching, Aries. Good luck to you and whoever that person is. Yep. Taurus. Tell me about the person our Taurus are not talking to. Who is this person? What can we know? It says Eight of Wands reversed. It's saying something that is completely stalled or not going anywhere. That's pretty much almost like Aries reading. Alright. So, Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. It is reversed here. So that is most certainly going to tell us that there is nothing whatsoever moving forward. Alright. For some of you, this can also tell us that it was a situation between you and a person that came to a sudden ending. All right. The Eight of Wands is generally quite fast-paced. It's a very good card when it's upright, but the sudden reversal of this card can tell us that things just, again, like some event happened or something between you two that just killed it immediately. You know, situation stalled, stopped, or just, I don't know. Communication can even become stifled, almost like overnight in some cases. 1 minute you're talking and hanging out with them, and then 1 week later, it's like you never knew each other. All right, tell us about this person that it stalled or stopped with our Taurus. How do they feel towards Taurus? Okay, Five of Wands reversed, that's good. So this person, it would suggest, doesn't want any drama. So we have King of Cups here that shows up, Taurus. It's horizontal though. So this person's unsure whether they care or don't care, essentially what it's saying. Cups energy is always great. We always want to see it in these types of readings because it kind of tells us where this person's at. In this case, it is showing strong energy with King of Cups. The problem is it's horizontal. So question is it upright or is it down? I don't know. But the tarot's kind of implying here that what this person is wanting is, with the Five of Wands being reversed, is an exiting of whatever, if there was any type of tension of any kind between the both of you. They don't want that. All right. If there's any disagreements, they don't want that. All right. This person may also feel the situation overall is just calmed down between the both of you. All right. But I more so think it's just that they don't want any drama. All right. The King of Cups here probably does tell us at some point there was romantic interest towards you. All right. But being horizontal here, that's not a good. That's not really a good omen here either. In some ways, because what it's telling us is that one would ask, well, what happened for this to start going this way? Something happened to do that. So that tells us that. You know, there's some negative, I don't know, something negative that I'm not seeing here that happened. All right. So, translation, it probably suggests that this person sees something that you're doing or how you act or something that happened that just, I don't know, it's irritating them. I know that makes you look like the villain, Taurus, but that's not the intention. I'm just reading it from their standpoint. So don't take it the wrong way. All right. How does this person that's not talking with Taurus see Taurus? Three of Cups reversed, so that's not good here because it shows just, again, Three of Cups when it's reversed is talking oftentimes about negative situations, things discontentment, or you can talk about failed ventures, you know, things from the past that were once good that are no longer good. All right. Socialization that is kind of ended. Right. So it is, and how they see you here is somewhat negative because it's kind of almost suggesting like they see the situation as being a failed, just, I guess there's no other way to say it, a failed situation. It just didn't work. But it's more than that in that it's like emotionally it's just like a disappointment in some ways. I don't know why I had such a hard time explaining that. All right. It's like not just saying a situation, oh, that didn't work out. It's feeling bummed out. Emotionally, it didn't work out. That's kind of the point I'm trying to get across. All right. Again, attaching some source of emotion to it. So that also tells us that this person may have had expectations that this was going to go in some other direction or there was potential for it, but it just didn't happen. All right. Now, sometimes the problem with situations like this is that this is a person that is wanting reality to be different than it is. All right. And, you know, this is like, well, I know that you're a apple, but is it possible for you to be an orange? And you're like, no, I'm an apple. Like, well, you could be an orange. And you're like, no, I can't. Why is this person not talking with Taurus? So it says Ace of Wands reversed. So it's just saying there's no opportunity or it's I don't know, stalled. All right? There's no potential. There's no spark. Ace of Wands is an explosive opportunity card. So the reversal of it is either telling us that there's tension between the both of you, there's nothing going on, there's no opportunity, or it's just deflated energy. All right? That's the problem with the tarot. It doesn't really tell us. It could be there's a lot of tension between the both of you in a good way in some cases, or it could be a bad thing. Or it's just saying there's just no energy whatsoever being put into it. This Ace of Wands, though, being reversed next to the Three of Cups reversed here probably does tell us it's more of a deflationary energy and not so much a tension energy. In other words, that again, it's reflecting back to disappointment. How can you get excited for something that's already gone down the tubes? So Why is this person not talking? It's suggesting there's no... There doesn't seem to be any spark. Will this person reach out to Taurus? Person that's bummed out about Taurus, will they reach out? So we have the Tower and the Justice reversed. Why is it telling us that? Why did that come out? Why did the Tower and the Justice reverse come out? King of Swords. So, well, what is it? Well, so this reading is going to apply, this is the problem when it says something like that, because it changes the tone of the reading in that it's kind of being more specific here, Taurus, because I don't think this would apply to a handful of you out, well, I don't know, a good portion of you out there. This individual shows up, it shows in King of Swords energy. We're asking if they're going to talk to you. The King of Swords typically won't. They'll wait for you to reach out to them. All right, but the Justice reverse going to Tower is not good here because it can talk about imbalance or something that's not fair, and a Tower can be talking about some situation that stopped or failed here, which it did. So this is clearly talking about some situation that you and them were together, and for whatever reason, it was either a problem that has happened more than once, or it's a repeating problem, or it hit the breaking point. Or it was just something, I don't know, unexpected. Could it have been like cheating is possible here. But the problem is that it shows it from their side, not your side. So in other words, if you were to reach out to them, it's saying it's for a Taurus where this person would want to communicate or talk about whatever this issue was. Translation, they're going to have something to say about it. So... maybe not something to say about, but they would want to talk about it, it would suggest. How does the Justice reverse apply to Taurus? How does the Justice reverse apply to Taurus? It says 4 of Cups reversed. So it just shows you, so we have 7 of Wands and 4 of Cups reversed. For some of you Taurus, I don't know, if this situation did apply to you, it kind of almost implies that, the 7 of Wands can just be standing your ground type thing, or you're very resistant because it is someone that defends their values, their way of life, how you operate, what you do, what you believe in, all right? You're not somebody that's going to compromise, all right? You kind of see all the wands there being pointed at him, but he's like, nope, nope. All right, 4 of Cups here reverse can tell us to some extent that it's a Taurus that just kind of wasn't worrying about this or moved on. All right. But the 7 of Wands here does tell us it could have been a Taurus in the situation that was like probably heard their side of things or knew what that they're griping about, and you're like, nope. All right. You might feel justified, I'm just saying this right now, Taurus, you may feel justified in however you handled the situation, but this person, what I'm trying to say overall is that this person's not going to see it that way, period. All right, based on this, all right, I have no doubt in my mind, based on how this energy is showing up here, that this person feels in some ways that you contributed to why things Now, I'm not saying that they didn't. It's possible that this person with the King of Swords will kind of admit whatever problems they had, but they kind of feel like, in some ways, I don't know why they're defensive like that, but they're kind of feeling like maybe you were uncompromising or being difficult. I'm not sure. The energy kind of does also suggest you might have been, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm done with this reading, Taurus. This is just a tricky reading to kind of figure out where it's going here. Alright? I think this person, the only thing you really need to know is why this reading's probably happening is this person does, I think, have some interest in you, but there's problems obviously here that are stopping it from either moving forwards or ever happening again. Alright? So it sounds to me like there's some type of issue that needs to be resolved. If that can ever get resolved, then maybe something will, I don't know, things will go in a different direction. For some of you, just probably don't want to deal with that. All right, I gotta move on. Thanks for watching, Taurus. All right, I'm going to Gemini. Gemini. Tell me about the person our Geminis are not talking to. Who's this person? What can I know? What can you know? What can all of us know about this person? It says the Hierophant reversed. Doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Just use the Crow Tarot. Tell us more about the Hierophant reversed. The person that Gemini is not talking with. It says the World reversed. So this is, I'm still not sure there. It is talking about something that with the World reversed, there could be some singular problem between you and whoever this person was that keeps showing up. Alright, can oftentimes talk about lessons that are not being learned. Alright, which tells us in plain English that there was some problem that kept them going on, reoccurring. Alright. Hierophant reversal is unclear here because it can sometimes talk about a marriage failing. It can talk about a long-term commitment failing. But most times when this card is reversed, it's telling us about qualities between two people that are not the same. They're not aligning. This is a very stupid example, but, you know, you take like a guy that's like a gym rat jock, and then you put him with the goth, all right? Whatever, this is not a Breakfast Club kind of situation, all right? But I'm using the situation, you know, that as an example because, yeah, maybe they have some attraction to each other for whatever reason, but the values can be a problem, all right? You know, most goths don't really want to show up to the local football game, all right? Who knows? It's 2025 and a lot has changed, so maybe that's different now. But tell me about this person for our Geminis that's a bit unclear about. Maybe different values, something that kept on repeating. A person that's not talking with Gemini. Another card comes out. Ace of Pentacles. We'll put that at the top here. How does this person feel that's not talking with Gemini? How do they feel towards Gemini? So we have Knight of Cups, okay? How else do they feel? So we got Ace of Pentacles here, and we have the Knight of Cups. All very good cards. Kind of suggesting this person wants to come towards you, Gemini. How else do they feel towards Gemini? Person that's not talking with Gemini. Come on now. So we have Star. Whoever this person is, their energy is good towards you, Gemini. It is suggesting some type of favorable. I don't know. I could probably go as far as say it's a healing energy. This is somebody that would like to come in to me, it seems like in getting their foot in the door kind of energy. The Ace of Pentacles is my foot in the door kind of card, because it kind of tells us in some ways that it's a person that wants to come back with their presence to kind of like see if you're still interested in something. All right, their energy is also showing Knight of Cups, so one would assume that they're going to try and push it in that direction to see if you're still, you know, I don't know. What do you think about Netflix and dinner? And then, I don't know, Netflix and something else after? I'm just kidding. It's probably not going to be like that, Gemini, but I would assume it's going to be, hey, how are you doing? It's been a while, you know. Just wanted to check in on you. Star can also tell us about communication, but it also does just healing or trying to play that role. I've gotten wasted enough over you, Gemini. I just figured now to come by and just see how you're doing. How does this person see Gemini? I still think their energy overall, Gemini, is very confusing. How do they see Gemini? Person that's not talking with Gemini. Two of Cups reversed. So that immediately tells us that this person, again, is most certainly interested in this. All right? You, me, and a bottle of wine could go a long way, Gemini. Even if this is in the horizontal position, which can tell us, it's like almost like saying, do I want a relationship or do I not want a relationship? Is that going to be a thing again, or is it not going to be? Is it possible or is it not possible? Whatever the case is, we already know where this person's intentions are. They're interested in a connection. So the horizontal here is just basically, it's really and truly, it's seeing, is it possible? Will it happen? Maybe this person is wanting to see if it'll naturally happen on its own. Why are they not talking with Gemini if they're so interested in a relationship? So it says the Sun reversed and it goes over the Two of Cups reversed. Tell us about Sun reversed. What is hidden? High Priestess reversed. Why is the High Priestess reversed here? And showing whether to take action or not. What is causing a lack of clarity for them? It's the Seven of Wands. That doesn't help us at all. I'm going to put that back. I'm not really entirely sure what this is truly saying here, Gemini. It's talking about that this person, like, is having, one of the issues is that it seems to be something around that it's an illumination issue, or they're hearing second opinions from other people, or something like that is causing. So this person seems to want to come towards you, but the problem is it's showing horizontal with that too, over the High Priestess reversed, going to the Sun reversed. To me, what that's basically saying is that this person's having some clarity issue over something. All right. There's also some sort of a doubt and uncertainty about what to do when it comes to that. So sun, and also sun being reversed here also tells us a lot about moon energy, which tells us that there is some sort of, again, uncertainty, don't know what to do. It is possible for some of you, if you're kind of defensive towards this person or you've been a bit guarded towards them, that they may be uncertain about that. Translation, how they're going to react. All right. I would only assume that if this person probably screwed up pretty bad, or, I don't know, you don't like them, got beef with them. Will this person reach out to Gemini? Oh, I'm not going to take that. Let's use a different deck. Will this person reach out to Gemini? A person that's not talking with Gemini. The person that is not talking to Gemini. So it's saying Five of Wands reversed. Alright, so we got that earlier for another sign. I'm going to say no. It's suggestive this person won't, despite their energy. Why is this what is this person, so it's again kind of suggesting a hesitant energy towards you. What is this person so concerned about towards Gemini? So it says they're concerned about Ace of Cups reversed, getting rejected or you're not interested. Well, that I can't help you with, Gemini. So what do we learn here overall? You have a person that is interested in you, but for some reason it's suggesting either an individual, Gemini, that you guys see things differently. Gemini has a specific view on how it's supposed to be, and they have a specific view on how it's supposed to be. There's some mismatching going on there, all right? This person obviously still does see certain qualities about you and them, Gemini, that were either A, fun, B, worked, C, could have been something more. But it's just, for whatever reason, again, coming back to this, it doesn't seem to work, even though it should, all right? I think this person has interest in you, but there's some sort of confidence issues or self-doubt or concern about something. What that is, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to figure that out. All right. There's also some reference, like this person is concerned around drama or trying to avoid that at all costs. I don't know if it's at all costs, but it seems to be kind of suggested they don't want any type of they don't want to they're worried about tension of some sort, or maybe it would be awkward. I don't know. Their biggest concern is here, this Ace of Cups reversed. So this is, if somebody's coming to you offering their cup, I'm assuming you either take the cup or you don't. This person may be concerned that they're going to get rejected, or you're just no. Don't want to deal with you anymore. So, I don't know. Good luck to you, Gemini. All right, what this person's going to really do, I don't think they're going to do much right now. Maybe they'll make a decision, something will sway their mind. All right, things will change. Sounds like somebody just kind of sitting on the fence. They're uncertain what to do overall. Cancer. So we have Five of Cups energy here. I'm going to take that. How about the person our Cancers are not talking to? Who is this person? What can we know? What can I know? What can Cancer know? person that Cancer's not talking with. So we have 9 of Pentacles here, and we also have the 5 of Pentacles. All right. Why does it show 5 of Pentacles? How does that relate to Cancer? It says 3 of Pentacles reversed. This is basically telling us, Cancer, about a person that is either favorable to you or you see something that is, I don't know. There has to be something of some sort with this person that is in some ways got something you want or desirable of some sort. 9 of Pentacles is good energy. It can talk about somebody that's suitable for long-term goals, marriage. Maybe this person has a decent job, or they're just, I don't know. They don't have to be a rich person here, but it can just talk about somebody that's just running and managing their life, doing stuff with it. All right, somebody that's being an entrepreneur, self-sufficient. I don't know. Use your imagination there. All right. For those of you Cancers that are dealing with a total bum, then this reading may not apply to you automatically because of the 9 of Pentacles energy. All right. The 5 of Pentacles, this 3 of Pentacles reversed, is almost telling us to some extent that this is a person that's either A, estranged from you, or B, doesn't want anything to do with you. I don't know. But the 3 of Pentacles reversed is probably telling us about the I in a team. In other words, they're not playing ball with you. Now, I'm not saying it's a Cancer here that's running after another person. All right? It's just giving us some sort of description, saying that there's a problem with the participation part here. But it's saying some sort of disconnect. All right? 5 of Pentacles is already telling us that it's a card of being on the outs. All right? But money could be a thing around here too for some of you Cancers. There's some sort of reference to money, heavily with Pentacle energy, or stability. Tell us about this person our Cancers are not talking to. How does this person feel towards Cancer? Eight of Pentacles reversed. I mean, wow. This is all Pentacle energy. How else do they feel towards Cancer? It says 4 of Pentacles. Wow. I don't know what Cancer this is applying to. I really don't. This is strongly talking about either anything to do with money. Anything at all. 2 could be talking about anything to do with living situations, stability, what you got to offer. All right. This person's feelings is almost telling us like something around, some concern around that. All right. The 8 of Pentacles reverse is not good either because it's telling us that there were some sort of decisions, plans, or something being made that are just not working. All right. It seems like money could be a problem here or a concern. All right. I mean, I don't know. For some of you are probably doing just okay with money, so I'm assuming that there was friction or like they didn't see, like they're not agreeing with you on that or something. Why does this person that's not talking with Cancer have such a big issue with Pentacle energy towards Cancer? It says Page of Wands. I don't know if I'm going to take that. Let's use a different day. Well, actually, we are going to take that because that is important. So it's saying with Page of Wands there that they're trying to initiate something, but they're not seeing the means to be able to do that. Like if things are getting stifled. So it's showing Ace of Wands there when I split the deck. And there's confusion, it says. couldn't even probably take this Page of Swords here. I'm not going to take that, though. And there's the Four of Pentacles, so maybe we'll take that. Yeah. So, what is this? What did that just say there? It's basically saying that this person, Cancer, this reading is heavily oriented around some person that interacted with a Cancer, where I'm assuming there was something more than friends going on. This could have been very well a living situation, or something around, you know, like two adults discussing, fuck me, I don't know, long-term stuff, important stuff. This is not just your, let's go to the club and go do stuff like that. It's not that kind of energy. It's more serious energy. So I'm assuming it's a situation between people over the age of 30 or maybe in their late 20s, 40s, 50s would apply even more here. All right. Talking about people facing real-world problems or issues. All right. Whoever this person is kind of very focused on it. In other words, finances, stability, direction, all that seemed to be paramount. More so than even, I guess there's not even any cups energy here. So apparently this is more important to them right now. All right, there seems to be some issue between them and you when it comes to this. All right. It's showing Four of Pentacles reversed here, which does kind of suggest that this energy is more the problem. Basically, that there's a lack, a scarcity mindset, or when it comes to you and them, like there's either spending problems going on or issues around that. This person doesn't feel like there's much communication when it comes to that. There seems to be confusion about how to get things to start and move forward. They're going a different direction. All right. There's also some reference of like ideas that have been thrown in the bin. In other words, we've tried different things. It didn't work. So what would this person likely say if we translated what the card is saying? It's more like, every time I try to work with Cancer, we try to make something, I try to, I set this out, and then Cancer goes and does a different thing. All right? Or Cancer doesn't like that plan. All right? I have a feeling this is the type of person that's probably going to use, I'm trying to do this a lot. I keep trying to make this, and Cancer wants to, Cancer says they're on board and then they don't do it. You might have your reasons on why you didn't follow through, Cancer, but this person is, whatever, gonna have a bone to pick with it. I'll be like, well, they were acting like this, and they were supposed to be doing that, and they weren't doing it, so then I just said, fuck it. How does this person see Cancer? It says Four of Wands reversed. It's not good here either, Cancer, because it says whenever they're with you, it's unstable. The instability is coming, we already know it's coming from whatever things to do with finance, or consistency is another problem here. This could be situations where it's just problematic, right? Or even, a lot of you might be saying like, well, what is if like I don't even live with them? It's like you can still apply here, because it's talking about even if you're doing a long distance connection, it just, the only thing that really mainly needs to apply is two people that were, at least maybe a year or longer together, some sort of serious connection where you guys were trying to operate like adults, doing adult stuff, or worry about adult things. There's some sort of instability. This person just feels like, well, if I'm with Cancer, it's a problem. It just becomes, that's what happens. It's always some issue. It's never functional, stable. Whoever this individual is most certainly trying to find some sort of, I'm assuming like a routine or pattern that's consistent, where we wake up in the morning, I go to work, Cancer does what Cancer does, and then we come back for dinner. I think this person wants something traditional. Maybe they still like to have fun and be a bit crazy, but it kind of seems like this person wants things to be in a certain way and to continuously be like that, There seems to be like disruptions or something that they're annoyed about or getting frustrated about. Or like 1 minute we're together and then it's like problems again. I don't know. The Seven of Wands reversed here. I'm not going to take that though, but Can be just kind of giving up, the fetus energy there. Why is this person not talking with Cancer? It says 10 of Pentacles reversed. Jesus. This whole, there's so much Pentacle energy here. It's crazy. Alright. Let's have a look at that card there. There's a functional family unit. If you have children, this reading can definitely apply to you. I'm almost convinced that this is talking about a marriage of some sort, a near potential marriage, or a relationship that was trying to operate like a marriage. This, with the Pentacle energy the way it is saying there were serious problems here. This person is obviously aware of it, that it just doesn't work. It's not working, or it's not going in that direction. Right? What kind of problems can probably get in the way of this? It's most certainly, it can be one person wants more, you know. It could be like this could have been like a Cancer that's kind of like, fuck me. Well, I don't want to actually. I'm not gonna go there because then I'm gonna get probably comments in I've done this in the past, and you get like these comments in the section that are just like, I did not like that. Because I don't really know. There's so many different Cancer roles here that could be going on. What will Cancer say for the general collective? So we got Moon here, which is kind of what I was actually intuitively thinking. If I'm right, why would Cancer be in the Moon energy about why the instability of this connection? If it's predicting Cancer was in Moon energy, why was Cancer in Moon energy towards this person? Why would it can't what? So we've got 9 of Pentacles reversed here, the opposite. So it's showing like some sort of dependency on this person. Chariot reversed is here even. Obstacles between the both of you. And Queen of Pentacles reversed. I don't know what we should do. Alright. But the person that's not talking with Cancer, what was Cancer's issue here with this person? No, actually take that back. What was causing the 4 of Wands to be reversed? The Sun, that doesn't tell us anything. Well, maybe it does. Why was there communication issues between Cancer and this person? Seeing 4 of Wands now. So it shows us the direct opposite. It shows us direct opposite to this. Is it communication around needs or something like that? Again, it doesn't really matter because it's not telling us or telling me what I want to know. It's saying something, Cancer, the best that I can think of. It's saying something around, it's got to be something around communication or something. Like about needs or what it takes to be functional together. Children could be, again, I'm going to reiterate that. Children, if you have them, could be a major factor here. It's just, this whole reading is weird. Will this person reach out to Cancer? 10 of Pentacles, so probably yes, it says. Why would they even bother if it failed before? Why would this person that's not talking with Cancer, why would they even bother if it failed before? What does that have to do with Cancer? Or why would they... What does Cancer care about the Nine of Cups reversed? What does Cancer care about that? Why would Cancer care? How does that accomplish the goal, though? I don't understand. How does that lead to Ten of Pentacles? So it helps to move things on. I don't know, Cancer, what this person... this situation just sucks. No offense. Alright? It kind of says like this person wants to like talk about like Nine of Cups reverse. Why things didn't work or didn't fail. Like why it failed or something like that. Alright? The Five of Wands is trying to overcome some challenge of some sort. The Nine of Cups can also tell us about like problems between the romantic side. Again, this is all probably leading up to instability issues of some sort. This person wants to transition things to calmer waters. Maybe we can still do it. Based on this? Probably not. But what do I know? This situation, as far as I'm concerned, what a mess. Alright? Unlikely this will ever work in a million years. But good luck to you, Cancer. There's just too many problems here. And I don't know, the only reason I can possibly think that this person would even waste their time coming back to this is because they have history with you, or there's some sort of romance that I'm not seeing here, because there was like almost no Cups energy. Which is concerning because it tells me that this person probably, if anything, would only come back because of familiarity. I just know you and you know me, and, you know, I don't know, we kind of act as some dysfunctional family unit that kind of pretends to love each other. I don't know. It's one of these weird situations. I think there's familiarity here that's driving this situation. All right. There's too much focus on Pentacle energy. There's no romance in this whatsoever. So it's like, yeah, we just kind of need to be together for the kids. I know you hate me and I hate you. We can still go out to dinner, you know. Something like that. Good luck to you, Cancer. All right. Let's go to Discount Tigers. Discount Tigers! Where are my political tigers? Where are my Epstein tigers? Alright. Okay, well, maybe not Epstein, you know, tigers there, because I don't want you to get arrested, alright? I don't know what the fuck happened on that island, but we need to find out. The reason I keep bringing up the Epstein Island is because I'm trying to manifest them to release the documents so we can figure out what went on over there. I just feel like that case just keeps getting swept under the rug somehow. We're gonna do something about it! Well, you said that like last month, the month before that, the month before that, and the month before that. Alright. And if you're new on this channel, you can be a lion, a tiger, whatever you want, alright? If you're wanting to be a penguin, though, you're going a little too far. It's not that kind of channel. Alright. Tell me about the person, our Leos. My Walmart tigers are not talking to. Who is this person? Probably because you stole all of the bargains and gave them nothing. Tell me about the person our Leos are not talking to. Who is this person? What can I know? What can Leo know? It just says justice. I guess they're willing to make amends for your greedy behavior. That actually doesn't tell us anything, unfortunately. We're going to use a different deck. Tell me about the person our Leos are not talking to. Who is this person and what can we know? It shows an Emperor. Okay. Whoever this person is shows up with Emperor and Justice energy, suggesting that they are coming with a mature tone. That's all it's really telling us. Hopefully you're not being sued. Tell us about this person our Leos are not talking to. How does this person feel towards Leo? So it says Tower reversed. Okay. How else do they feel towards Leo? Two of Swords. Tell me about the right sword. A person that's not talking with Leo. Tell me about the Two of Swords and their feelings. What is the right sword? So we have Moon reversed. Take that. I think I'm gonna take the Moon upright. Actually, take the. Tell me about the left sword. So I have two of Two of Pentacles. I'm gonna take that. Tell me more about the left sword. So we got Three of Pentacles. Why? Or tell me more about the right sword, the Moon. So Four of Swords. Take that. There's also the King here, but we're not gonna take it. Right. Whoever this individual is somebody that wants to repair something with you. Right? I don't know if it's to reconcile, but it is suggesting try and make something work between the both of you. Okay? This person does come from a mature energy. Leo, even though I have, uncontrolled rage problems, I am approaching you in a very tranquil, stable, mature energy, because this is how I want you to see me. Not that train wreck from the past. Alright, we can just sweep that under the rug, if you don't mind. Alright. I don't know. If this person was a menace in the past, they would like you to know, at least in this energy, that they are acting responsibly. At least their energy wants to come up like that. How does this person that's not talking with Leo see Leo? Eight of Cups reversed. So this person sees you as a person that they've done it more than once with, as far as a relationship is concerned. But the problem with the Eight of Cups reversed is it tells us you're an ex-partner of some sort, that they've, you guys separated and then you came back together, and you separated and you came back together. How many times exactly? Who knows? But whatever the case is, this person does kind of look at it like that. That, you're that type of person. I've already done this, it didn't work, and then we got back together. We have our problems. There's obviously something they like. Why is this person not talking with Leo? Well, based on this Eight of Cups reverse, they do want to talk to you, but it says Seven of Cups when I split the deck. They're confused. I don't know. I just never know. I mean, I can imagine most of you wouldn't want to deal with that either. Don't look at me in these beggar clothes. Look at me in my new robes. I even have a scroll. What's in your scroll? It's my blueprint. I'm going places. I just want you to know that. Alright. Hopefully this person's not that ridiculous. So, My assumption, Leo, is this person is just, I don't know, they're confused. Seven of Cups is a lot of possibilities, a lot of options. All right, it shows in their feelings Two of Swords, which already tells us that there's contemplation going over there. There's uncertainty of if things will heal between the both of you or it can work again. All right. The Pentacle energy is always, it's showing us a passive approach to getting your foot in the door. You know. Yeah. This person obviously at least wants to reflect a different version of themselves to you. Yeah. Will this person reach out to Leo? The person that's not talking to Leo, will they reach out? It says Tower. And it goes over the Seven of Cups. This is probably going to immediately suggest a misunderstanding of some sort. Why is there a misunderstanding? It says Knight of Cups reversed. I don't really know. That's the... So... So the Tower's reversed here. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what it's saying. Wes, I solved that! Can you believe it? So what it's basically saying here is the Tower reversed. Whoever this individual is experienced some Tower between you and them. Okay? In their feelings, it's showing the reversal. They're kind of, in some ways, I guess, wondering if that is over. This Seven of Cups, this worry, this confusion, is over a Tower. They're worried about something reoccurring again. This Knight of Cups reversed has something to do with it, although I can't exactly pinpoint it 100% how it's factoring in here. Could it be a rejection? Possibly. Could it talk about bad behavior with the Knight of Cups being reversed? Yes. Can talk like a host of negative things, all right? It's something negative relating to that, and again, this Tower isn't new. It's talking about something that already happened between you and them that was obviously no bueno, wasn't good. This person's in their mind about it. Why are they in their mind about it? Because there's obviously, as I said, overall, some concern about that happening again. In other words, they don't want it to happen again, but they feel like it might. All right. This is just a really dumb example, all right? But it's a very generic and cliche kind of example. But it's like you have a partner, right? If you had a situation where somebody goes out and you catch them cheating, all right? Well, you know, that's obviously that can be a Tower moment, right? You make up, come back again, then it happens again, all right? Maybe it's another Tower moment, all right? Maybe now the third time, you're like, I don't know. Probably might happen again. Could be something like that. Now, I'm not saying it's a cheating. I'm not talking about cheating here. I was just using that as an example, so don't get it confused, all right? Just something this person's worried about. I don't know overall, Leo. You guys will probably know if it applies to you what that is, all right? What's the positive here? This has got a similar tone to Cancer, all right? It's also showing a situation, something around stability. It does talk about this person wanting to try and make amends or work out some common ground with you or something like that. There is a lack of emotion in this reading. It seems to have been pummeled or destroyed from past issues or events that happened. I'm not really confident that it can be repaired, but maybe it could. This person seems to be probably, if I had to take a guess, like Cancer's reading, wants to come back because of familiarity. There's something between you and them It's familiar to them, all right? They're concerned about something that, again, could happen between the both of you. Some maybe a blow up or an issue. Justice shows up here, so there's some, again, trying to like find middle ground, balance with the scales between the both of you. There's obviously some varying extremes that I'm not seeing in this reading. You know, could be explosive. Somebody, you guys get into massive fights or something like that, or there's arguments over money or who does what. All right, Justice comes out a second time and apparently really wants to emphasize this. Why is Justice showing up again for Leo? So it goes to Two of Swords again. So this is really interesting. It's a very subtle detail. The first time it showed a sword here. The second time it shows a dove. Isn't that weird? So that can talk about communicating and then resolving a peace offer of some sort. Something we made right. Isn't that crazy? Two different decks. There's the sword, and there's the sword now. Now is a peace offering. What angle are you getting at? I'm just kidding. So I think something might be made right here, based on that. Right? Good luck to you, Leo. What a weird situation. Looks like the universe might even have something to do with it, because Justice can also talk about just the universe stepping in to do something. All right? Kind of a mysterious reading, if you ask me. I haven't had one of those in a while. Gotta wonder what's cooking up there. That spirit's like, you're never gonna know. Leo, did you think you're gonna be done with that train wreck? Hell no! I'm just kidding. Virgo, please step into my office. All right. Take a seat. Deep breath. All right, let's get started. Tell me about the person our Virgos are not talking with. Who is this person and what can I know? What can my client know? So it says Page of Pentacles reversed, so this is kind of telling us that there was some sort of potential opportunity between you and this person that never went anywhere. Maybe this was like, they came to your doorstep and offered you some candy and some flowers, and you just said, thanks, I'm going to take the chocolate, you can keep the flowers, not shit, bye. Oh. Maybe if this person brought a big stack of cash, you might have let them in. Alright. So Page of Pentacles here is also talking about missed opportunity. So it's potential nothing ever, it was supposed to happen, maybe the universe foresaw it potentially happening and it never did. Like Virgo was supposed to, like, maybe they were walking on the side of the street and then you're pulling up by your car and stuff like that, and the universe had predicted that you were going to stop and be like, Jeffrey? But you just kept on going. The universe is like, you are supposed to do that. You're supposed to stop. Virgo. how this person feels. Page of Pentacles again. So this person wants to show up. Now, whatever they brought last time, they've adjusted their behavior, and now they're deciding, I'm going to bring a pizza instead. I'm going to dress up in this ridiculous garb because Virgo loves me when I'm in creative colors. I even brought a peacock. Do you like my peacock? You're a peacock? Alright. How else does this person feel towards our Virgos? The person that's not talking with Virgo. This really wants to come out. We have devil energy. I'm going to take it. Keep showing, repeat, like over and over. How else do they feel towards Virgo? 5 of Cups. This person has some sort of fixation towards you, Virgo. I can't get over you. No, I can't. Disappointment, disappointment, baby. So what is really driving this? This is this situation has emotion in it, at least for them. I don't know about you, but there is some. This is a person that's probably got some issues. All right, maybe he has a scarcity mindset. You're all that I have. Turns out there's no other fish in the sea, just you. In all seriousness, no, it does suggest some fixation with devil energy. Tell me about this person that's not talking with Virgo. How do they see Virgo? Judgment. There's possible this person still feels there's another start, potential for a new start with you. Why are they not talking with Virgo? Three of Pentacles is horizontal here. There's some concern that this person feels you're not going to participate, or you may not be interested. Maybe a lone camper. I don't need your help. Done with you. You're annoying. Why is Virgo resistant to this person? Why is Virgo resistant to this person? 5 of Swords, it says. So some of you Virgos may feel that this person is a source of drama, problems, or you feel like they play games with you, right? There's some truth in what you're saying potentially for some of you, because the devil energy does kind of suggest that this person may have some issues. Why does this person that's not talking with Virgo, why does it show them having devil energy? Saying Ace of Swords. Tell us more. Something about clarity. How do I ask the next question to figure this out? What is the problem around Ace of Swords? And it says Ace of Wands reversed. I don't know how that's causing devil energy though. Why does the 5 of Swords occur between Virgo and this person? Over this. So this is a look, all it keeps saying here, Virgo, is we've got 3 opportunity cards. Evidently, this is a person that either keeps trying or keeps persisting. Hey, it's me for the 800th time. You want to go out on a date with me? I don't know. This is like a person that it's kind of showing persistent energy. It's still not clear, in my opinion, what devil energy is saying here, other than there's some type of fixation, or I don't know. There's something that you do for them, Virgo, that they want. All right. But whatever the case is, it's kind of suggesting a Virgo that kind of potentially sees this behavior as unattractive or you don't like it. All right. There seems, I'm guessing, some sort of rejection going on here towards this person, like you've kind of turned them down or you're just not having it, but whatever the case is, it's almost in some ways driving the devil energy, is what it's trying to say. So when you basically turn this person away, it only fuels this even more. So there's probably problems with obsession with this person. Something around that, but I don't know. This one's kind of a weird reading. A little different from the other ones. So why is this person not talking with you? Overall, it's just saying this person's aware that you are being resistant to them. Or they kind of feel like you're not going to cooperate. It's already showing in their feelings. This person wants to come back around. It's almost suggestive, though, they've already tried that before. What is this drama over? Them trying to start something. I don't know why you don't like this person so much, but whatever. Or you've had issues with them, I guess. What can Virgo expect from this person they're not talking to? It says Knight of Wands reversed. This person's going to do nothing. It says. Why, if they want to do something, well, why is this person holding back? So this person feels disconnected from you. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I mean, overall, this reading just seems like it's just weird, all right? Why are we getting this reading? I think the only reason we're getting this reading, Virgo, is because of the Cups energy showing from here. It's saying that this person's emotionally disappointed, all right? They feel disconnected from you. You don't want them, all right? Which Virgo this applies to, I don't know. But whatever the case is, it is talking about you, in some ways, kind of turning this person away, or you've had enough with them, all right? Maybe you did care at one point, but it's kind of almost implying like you're, yeah, I'm done with you, I don't want to deal with you. And this person's energy is manifesting you because they want you. They're heartbroken, or they're disappointed that you don't want to take them back, or you don't want to work on this, all right? The only clue as to why it's saying you kind of may not want to deal with this person is either, again, the mind games, or you felt that there was this person fucked up really bad in some ways, or something occurred and you just don't want to deal with it anymore, or maybe their behavior just, you found out something about them that just turned you turned you the hell off. Could drugs or alcohol be a factor in here? That's entirely possible, yes. All right. Anyways, good luck to you. Probably wouldn't want to deal with this either. All right. God. Libra, how are you doing? All right. Okay. All right. Tell me about the person our Libras are not talking with. Who is this person? What can we know? What can Libra know? What can I know? We have the Queen of Cups here. I'm going to take that. What can we know about this person our Libras are not talking with? It says the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So all it says here is a opportunity of some sort that it failed. All right, or no, actually it didn't fail. There was no opportunity. All right. So forget about the failed part. It's just saying there was no opportunity with this person. What that's referring to, I don't know. Tell me more about this person our Libras are not talking with. Who is this person? Three of Pentacles reversed. So it's saying this person either wasn't cooperative or just wasn't putting effort towards something, or just, I don't know. What do we really need to know about this? It's just saying the means to do something wasn't there. I'm assuming you and them build a relationship? Or to start something? Alright, let's move on from that. Alright, tell me about the person our Libras are not talking with. This person apparently that it didn't work with. How do they feel towards Libra? So we have two wands here. I'm going to take that. Shows King of Pentacles horizontal here. How else do they feel? Shows Three of Swords. What caused the Three of Swords? It says a tower. So what this says here, Libra, is that this person seems to be disappointed about something here. Three of Swords, whatever it shows in a reading, is never good. All right, it is being clarified to a tower. So it's saying there was some issue between you and them that occurred. It did. If that is true, it did cause some sort of damage here. Saying from an emotional standpoint, which is never good because it kind of, it's always going to lead to bitterness or problems or issues around that. All right. It shows them in Two of Wands energy, which does tell us that there's a contemplation energy here. Also, King of Wands comes out for some reason. This person does seem driven here, but I'm just trying to figure out what exactly they're trying to do. Tell me about the King of Pentacles horizontal. So they're overcoming some sort of challenges. Tell me about the Two of Wands. What is the right wand? Right wand is judgment, it says. What is the left wand? Ten of Swords reversed. What happens after Ten of Swords reversed? Three of Cups. Okay. What happens after Judgment? walking away. So what it's basically saying, Libra, is that this is a person that essentially, like, what is the best and fastest way I can explain this? It's basically showing a person that's in some sort of emotional disappointment, frustration, whatever. I mean, Three of Swords is, again, it's a negative card. It does talk about bad situations, feeling hurt. In some cases, angry or irritable or just, I don't know, depressed for certain people. But it's not a good card here because it tells us overall that the way that they're feeling about you is negative. All right. So some event obviously happened to cause that. So what that's essentially done at this point is it's put them in a contemplation energy. The contemplation is two things. It says with the Ten of Swords reversed, whatever this issue was, it's showing the swords coming out and things probably returning back to normal. Things could be looking up more positive between the both of you. On the other hand, it's suggesting just saying fuck it and moving on. Had enough. Not going to deal with it anymore. All right. There's some sort of overcoming issues with strength going to King of Pentacles horizontal here. Financial, the fact that this king showed up at all is telling us that there's some sort of priorities this person has or an agenda of some sort. I'm assuming they may have, it could be some sort of, I don't know, responsibilities, priorities, things like that are important to this person. How does this person see Libra? The person that is not talking with Libra says Seven of Pentacles. Clarify Seven of Pentacles. Says Seven of Swords. This person does kind of see you, at least in their eyes, that you may be reconsidering or reevaluating priorities or something like that. How they're concluding that, I don't know. It is also possible for some of you that this person sees you evading making better decisions. All right, it's a little tricky here because it could go both ways. For another portion of you, this person can also see you as somebody that's sabotaging progress. They may feel it's a Libra that keeps sabotaging. They come up with some type of plan and you sabotage it. Now, I'm not saying you're intentionally doing that, but then maybe it's like indirectly, like you do something you do keeps screwing things up. That's how it's saying they see you. Okay, whether you agree with that or not, it's not my problem. All right. That could be seen in so many ways, I suppose. All right, we have Nine of Pentacles reversed. I'm not going to take that, although I could read it to this, but that's also kind of negative. We have Moon coming out. There's so much cards wanting to come out. It's saying there, I'll just read it, but it's saying something like this is a person that's also worried about, like, you're there, for some of you are there for the wrong reasons, or it's implying that if it's not that, like, there's some type of uncertainty, like you have a lot of doubt, or you're wanting this person to play a certain role that maybe, like, it would be more like a dependent role or something like that, like you depend on them or something. I don't know. Why is this person not talking to Libra? It says Ace of Swords, but it's horizontal. And it doesn't really help us here. Clarify the Ace of Swords horizontal. And it goes back to the Seven of Pentacles. So, whatever, there's some issue around us where this person, so, here's my theory on this. This is some person that is dealing with a Libra where I'm assuming it's on this other person's side. It's come up with a mindset, a plan, or some sort of direction that they feel is logically sound. All right, like it works, and this is how it needs to be. Either or, I'm not saying that this person laid this out to you and was like doing a blueprint or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. It seems like they've already got some type of direction on, if me and you were together, this is how it would go. All right, but for some reason that they're kind of looking at like you don't seem to be understanding that, or you're not fitting into that plan somewhere. All right, and it's a problem. It's already suggesting like some sort of clarification around us with this Ace of Swords being reversed, because one is saying transparency and the reversal is saying no transparency over it. All right, and then we already went to Seven of Swords going over to Seven of Pentacles, which I said could have been avoiding making better decisions of some sort. All right. The Seven of Pentacles can also talk about good harvest, things going well, and bountiful, or things being plentiful, and whatnot. There's clearly not any plentiful. It's not a plentiful situation occurring right now. So it is talking more so about planting better seeds to get a better outcome, essentially. All right. So this person has some sort of issue that there's problems or things that keep going on that are not yielding anything. And they want clarity or transparency around it. Probably in the simplest way I can explain it is that they're having an issue where they feel like time is being wasted. It's like they're putting time into something that's not yielding anything. All right? Why do they, I'm assuming, speculate that's going on? They're going to probably point the finger to you. That's something that you're doing. All right? This kind of reading, unfortunately, is a little complicated because it's too multifactorial. There's too many things it could be pointing to. This to me, Libra, like seems like it's like two people that come together that obviously aligned in certain ways, but there's like role confusion, like, and then there's obviously I would assume from their standpoint, you're not playing ball for, and I'm sure you have your reasons. You probably got this or that or whatever, and they feel that or certain things keep happening that they feel like, why are we doing that? I don't get that. What can Libra expect from this person in their future? What can Libra expect from this person in the near future? So it says Five of Wands, but it's horizontal over the Ace of Swords. Will this person reach out to Libra? So we have the Nine of Pentacles. This doesn't really answer what I was kind of thinking it was going to say. What is the barrier between communication? Between Libra and the person? It says you. Okay. What is the problem with this person towards Libra? This is walking away again, and it shows it on their side again as well. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what your role is here. It's not showing like it's trying to like. Ah, fuck this noise, dude. This reading's starting to get the better of me. It's annoying me in some ways. Why does it show Libra as Queen of Swords as the problem, part of the problem? Because it's saying things go backwards, and it goes back to the Seven of Pentacles. Again. What am I going to conclude in this reading, Libra? Now, I get it. A lot of you are going to get frustrated and say, Wes, you're just dogging Libra and blah, blah, blah. I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out this riddle that it's trying to tell us here. Whoever this individual is, all you need to know is that this is apparently very important to them. All right? It's kind of almost implying that they want to take things in a certain direction, or they have a certain way about that, or they feel like there's certain things that need to be happening between the both of you that should have happened. Things could have been great. It could have gone in a different direction, but it never did. All right? This person's getting frustrated around that. Like something keeps derailing that. They're pointing the finger to you. Why? I don't know. All right? There furthermore seems to be like a communication issue or some barrier around it. Like it doesn't get discussed or never, you know? Maybe you see things in a different way. And it's completely different to them. All right? It seems to be the core barrier here is what it's suggesting. All right? It does kind of imply, as far as communication-wise, that this person, I think, is going to be independent or just move on. It's already been contemplated twice, and it showed that this was an option, just moving on, leaving the situation. All right? It points to you, Libra, as some sort of problem, as, I don't know if it's your way that you communicate with this person. All right? The Queen of Swords is a card of transparency. She is somebody that tries to be fair, honest, or whatever, reasonable. All right? You may have plans or your own version of that, or how you see things, all right? But I'm guessing it's just not aligning with this person. And that's the overall reason why this is the way that it is, all right? Whatever, I'm so done with this reading. Good luck to you. I don't know. Does this person still, I think, care about you? I think they do, kind of, Libra, but I don't know. There's some real big hurdle here. Oh. Scorpio. Tell me about the person our Scorpios are not talking to. Who is this person? It says temperance. I guess somebody that wants to resolve something with you. Tell us about this person that wants to resolve something with Scorpio. How does this person feel towards Scorpio? Says they're uncertain or there's unknowns to them. All right. Things may not be what they seem. We have World that came out here. I'm not gonna. Well, I will take it. I will put it as a no. Let's put it as bottom energy. All right. So I think this person wants. Could be some distance, long distance between the both of you. For some of you. Crossing to the next chapter. How else does this person feel towards Scorpio, the one that's not talking with Scorpio? Card comes out. This person wants to communicate with you. Okay. There's a sense of transparency here. Clearing up some clouded energy potentially. Was that you naked in the river? Just wanted to know if that was you. Maybe they're like your next door neighbor and they're kind of like looking over. Was that you naked? Were you skinny dipping in the pool? I just wanted to clarify with you, if that's okay. I saw you getting out the pool and you're kind of skimpy, you know, saying like, what's your vibe? What you're about, you know? So, what is this saying? We've got working something out here, finding balance between two people, clarity over darkness. So this person's essentially trying to resolve something, clear something out, or figure out where you stand on something. How do they see Scorpio? It's a person that's not talking with Scorpio. Out in the cold. Look at you leaving this person high and dry. Just completely not interested. And I will pull this big old dress with me. Yeah. They literally gave her like a... Jesus, it's like bigger than my bed. She's like dragging the whole thing with her. I mean, he's acting like a real creeper over here. So, person sees you as quite, I don't know, cold or disconnected to them. Why is this person not talking with Scorpio? This person may also see some of you on the move a lot, where you're difficult. Two of Swords. That's why they're not talking. So again, I'm assuming they're trying to contemplate what to do here, weighing out the options. Tell me about the right sword. The person that's not talking with Scorpio. So we have the Nine of Swords, and it's going to King of Cups reversed. What is the left sword? What is the left sword talking about? We have Ten of Wands. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Page of Pentacles. So what this basically says is that whoever this individual is, Scorpio, is probably someone that you've had some either yo-yo runarounds with, or it's been somebody that you kind of feel is just difficult, all right? You may have probably had interest in this person at one point, but perhaps their behavior turned you off, or you just got irritated with certain things you're doing. I'm not really sure, but whatever the case is, this person still seems to have interest in you. But rather than worrying about, you know, romantic or fun things or anything about that, this person's not doing that. Their primary focus seems to be, how do I just make it work with Scorpio? Like, how do I do that, right? How do I get to the point where Scorpio's not, like, repulsed by me or getting, you know, I don't know, irritated with me? So clearly this person keeps doing something that's, I don't know, you didn't like, all right? The King of Cups is reversed here and it's going to Knight of Swords. There is some stress in this person's mind that maybe you just don't care about them anymore, or you don't feel the same way to them. All right, the other sword is talking about fighting for something, going for a new start. All right, the Ten of Wands is sometimes a bit of a grind card, but it does talk about finishing what you started. All right, or trying to basically put effort into something, rebuild something. You know, rebuilding or you know, something from the ground up can take time, right? So in cases of relationships, if there is disconnection between two people, it's trying to resolve that. You obviously have to put work in, all right? Restart something. So we already know at this point that that's what this person wants. They're looking at, I guess, getting their foot in the door with you and seeing if they can make that work, all right? But their biggest concern is that you just, you know, it's saying out in the cold energy, and it's showing King of Cups reversed. Maybe you just don't feel the same way about it anymore. All right. Translation: you've lost interest. All right. Why did Scorpio lose interest in this person? Why is Scorpio showing like they're cold to this person? Or so that's too many cards. Let's actually use a different deck too. Why does it show Scorpio as losing interest to this person? Card comes out. Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands an issue? So it's saying like defensive or guarded behavior is causing things to go backwards, so this person may have been difficult to deal with. All right. You may have also, for some of you, felt like this person was being just unreasonable at times, or just kind of being militant, or they didn't want to do, I don't know, were uncompromising. And you kind of felt that that caused things to go backwards, or like, I don't know, maybe you felt that was being a waste of time. Like, you're like, you know, do you think you could stop playing Xbox and call me? And you're like, no, I you know, I'll get off work and I deserve that. I'm not doing that. You just have to wait for your phone call. Maybe that was like, okay, yeah. Well, then you go play Xbox. Will you come back? Can you come back? Why? Are you going to talk about it? No, I was just wondering where you left the Costco chicken. Because I'm hungry. I had to eat. I'm playing Xbox for 6 hours. God. I hid it in the tree! Just kidding. Oh, man. What is the resistance between Scorpio and this person about? It says a decision of some sort. Move direction. Direction. Where, how to move things forward. Why is that? Why is it there? What is the challenge about that's stopping things from, or what factor is complicating the Two of Wands? Oh man, that's too many cards. Can't get that. What factor is complicating the two? Maybe I'm not supposed to use this deck. Alright. Probably a sign from God. Use a different deck! What deck? Alright, so use this one. What factor is complicating the Two of Wands? So we have Two of Cups there. What factor is complicating the Two of Wands between Scorpio and this person? Okay, so it says Ten of Swords, horizontal over Two of Swords. What was the issue from the past with the Ten of Swords? Two of Wands reversed. The very opposite thing that we're trying to look at. So all I can really gather here is there's some problem around this, all right? It's saying a choice. Maybe that you're pissed off at this person. Like maybe you're like wanting a more solid commitment and this person wouldn't commit to that. They wouldn't give you a solid choice. You're getting frustrated. Like maybe this person's trying to, you know, they were still trying to hold on to their single life. And you're like, no. You want to be in a relationship with me or you don't. This person, I need an answer. This person didn't want to quite give an answer because otherwise things can't move forward. So it's showing that in the past, what happened was that there was no choice being made. So this person wouldn't decide on something, or you guys couldn't come to an agreement. It sounds to me like at some point the situation just came to a brutal end. All right. So it's saying like it's a huge problem here. Whether that's going to get resolved or not, I don't know. Maybe this person has had a change of heart. Maybe they want to discuss things. I don't know. Collect you, Scorpio. Who knows? Sounds like a situation that's had if it was that problematic in the past, probably, you know. What are the odds that this person's changed? Unlikely. Well. Two. Sagittarius. I remember to do your reading. Okay. For some reason, I always want to just jump to Capricorn. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It's just, I don't know. Some problem why I don't know. I always seem to do that. I was just about to literally go to Capricorn and I was like, dude, it's like the third time I've done that. Tell me about the person out Sagittarius are not talking to. Who is this person? What can I know? It says Knight of Cups reversed. This may have been a rejected love offer or somebody that was attempting to come back into your graces somehow, Sagittarius, that you just were like, nah. Either that, for others of you, this person may just be doing nothing in terms of reapproaching you. It's just been absent from the picture. All right. Knight of Cups can be quite negative in some cases, but I don't have enough energy to really know if they're being a bastard. Tell me more about this person that is not talking with Sagittarius. How do they feel? How do they feel towards Sagittarius? So it says Emperor. How else do they feel? We have Two of Pentacles. This really doesn't tell us much here at all. I'm going to put that under the Emperor. How else does this person feel towards Sagittarius? The one that is not talking to Sagittarius. What is with the balance here? It's just like it's saying that things are fine the way they are. Okay. It doesn't really tell us, again, it doesn't tell us much. Why is this person, or how does this person see Sagittarius? The one that's not talking with Sagittarius. The one that feels that everything's just fine. Death? Oh. Okay. What a weird reading. Just says like this person's like, yep, it's fine. Or things are normal, or back to normal, or we're fine. Whatever happens over. Okay, why are they not talking with Sagittarius? Person that's not talking with Sagittarius. This is the Star reversed over Temperance. Why is the Star reversed if Temperance and Two of Pentacles are upright? Oh, I see what it's saying here. Okay, I read that wrong. So what it's basically saying here, Sagittarius, is this is a person that wants to resolve something with you and make it peaceful and balanced between the both of you. In other words, like you guys get along with each other, all right? The problem that they're having and why it's saying they're not talking with you is they feel that you don't want you're not over something, A, or B, you don't want to work on making things better. That's the way that they look at it. All right? All right. So this is a classic situation of I want to make things better, but, you know, Sagittarius is just being a real bitch as always, so I don't, you know, what can I do? Not my problem. You know? I just want to do the functional, normal, healthy thing, and Sagittarius just wants to go and cause problems, being, you know, sulky and a liar, manipulator, and it's nothing to do with me. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm throwing fuel in the fire. But in all seriousness, this person does kind of just look at it like they're trying to be the responsible one here, and I would work on things, but, you know, takes two to work on things, and, you know, Sagittarius doesn't want to do that. They're still moping over something. I don't know what, or they're still something like that. There's a little bit of finger pointing in this reading. Why would it, okay. How does Sagittarius see the Three of Pentacles horizontal? Six of Swords reversed. So you feel, well, maybe there is some truth in what this person's saying. Because what it's saying there is that from a Sagittarius standpoint, your position is, why bother? Because it's really not going to move forward to calmer waters anyways. So there's a lack of, like, faith on your side. It's suggesting that But the reason why it's saying that is because it's almost implying like a Sagittarius that basically was like, I already gave them that opportunity. It never moved forward, so I'm not wasting my time again because it didn't improve. It was supposed to. That's what they told me, but it never did. So, therefore, it is what it is. But the way that this person's looking at it is that even if that is the case, and even if that did happen, they're still pretty much saying, well, yeah, you're just not trying. Just Sagittarius is being negative. For other Sagittarius, you may have attempted or tried to resolve some issue or whatever problems may have existed in the past with this person, but you just felt that like it just became more of a frustration, or it just wasn't like, I don't know, you felt like it just wasn't going in the direction it was supposed to. Like maybe you put energy to try and show them that, maybe they were saying like coming up, I'm just using for an example, like, they weren't happy with something, so then you try to make an effort to resolve it, and then you just kind of found like, well, they still weren't happy, like, so you're getting frustrated, like, well, it doesn't really matter when I change something because it doesn't, like, they still have issue or it's not good enough or something. And then it led to problems. It could be something like that. Will this person reach out to Sagittarius? So it says Ace of Pentacles. There's potential opportunity for that to happen. How would Sagittarius react to the Ace of Pentacles if this person came with it? It said you would not have any faith. Well, kind of see the problem here. So this reading straight up just talks about basically a Sagittarius that really just doesn't see any real, like, yeah, what's the point? It's not going to work. Yeah, probably not going to happen. That's what it's saying here. So this, based on that, it's basically predicting that even if this person does try, it wouldn't work. So why is this coming up here? I don't know, Sagittarius. It's probably because this person's manifesting that maybe it will work, and maybe you will be different, or you're going to wake up on the other side of the bed, not your regular side, and you're going to be a brand new person. And then everything's going to work. It's just going to work. Just like that. It'll just work. What is the wild card here? Is there any wild card or something missing here? It says 7 of Cups. Why is that the wild card? Lots of possibilities, it says. It says 10 of Wands. It says confusion is making things harder. Or speculation. If you're a Sagittarius that keeps on overthinking something, it's saying it's making things harder than it needs to be. Whatever that means. I'm done with this reading. Good luck to you. All right. Love you, Sagittarius. Bye. 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 I'm done. Three more readings. Just got 3 more readings, and then I'm done. Capricorn, Captain Cola. I need to find a new nickname for you. Corn Crunch. Alright. Tell me about the person our Capricorns are not talking to. Who is this person? So we have Judgment reversed. Clarify Judgment reversed. Okay, so this is somebody that can't make a decision about you, Capricorn. They don't know what to do. Should I embark on a journey with Cappy again or no? Probably not. Maybe I shouldn't. Could be drama. This person may be concerned it's just going to lead to drama or problems. The Fool energy reverse here is telling us they don't want to take a risk. Judgment reverse is uncertain whether a beginning is going to happen or they can't make a decision. They're not sure what to think. Okay? Some issue around that. Tell me about the person our Capricorns are not talking to. How does this person feel about Capricorn? So we have Seven of Cups is reversed though. How else do they feel towards Capricorn? Strength, hopeful. Clarify Seven of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles. How do they see Capricorn? Person that's not talking with Capricorn. See you as Three of Cups reversed. Something that failed. So again, it's reflecting on the past. Didn't work with you. Why are they not talking then with Capricorn? Shows Queen of Swords reversed, and it goes over the Three of Cups reversed. So it's probably suggestive you don't want to talk to them, but probably because of something that happened in the past. This is a small possibility, but for some of you, this could have been relating to third-party activity. I don't want to make that the focus of the reading here. It's a possibility, all right? All right, because the Queen of Swords can be irritated if she's reversed about something. Obviously, if this person was dicking around with somebody else, it may have been frustrating, right? It does kind of suggest that this person has some interest in long-term commitment with you, Capricorn. But it's showing the Capricorn side that you would be quite negative to this person, or you don't, I don't know, you're not as enthusiastic towards them. Something like that. Why is Capricorn in the Queen of Swords reversed energy? It says Moon over the Three of Cups reversed. Whatever happened in here is apparently very, I don't know. It's a big problem, I would suggest. Tell us more about the Three of Cups reversed. Says Six of Pentacles reversed, one-sided behavior. And Six of Pentacles also, when it's reversed, can further talk about third-party activity. Because you can't gift two people equally. So, I'm going to just leave that as a potential for some of you, okay? It can definitely suggest that you felt your partner, whoever this person was had extracurricular activities outside of your connection. Okay? That may not have been the case for all of you, alright? Alright, but I'm throwing it out there, strong possibility. If you felt that was going on, then yeah, you may have felt that this person's priorities were lying elsewhere. And then you're like, well, why the fuck am I putting effort into this? Alright? And furthermore, you know, obviously it would irritate, it would irritate me. I'm sure it would irritate you. But if it wasn't anything to do with third-party stuff, it is just talking sometimes about a sense like you felt like it was one-sided, like maybe you know, this person was there to take more than they were going to give, or they're stingy about giving much. I don't know. Like maybe, you know, I guess selfish would sum it up, right? But something around that, you know, you found was a bit frustrating or difficult to deal with. Yeah, and you for others of you, in simple terms, you may have just felt like this person was taking more than they were really giving in the connection. Will this person reach out to Capricorn? Seven of Swords reversed. It's saying they're going to evade you right now. Why? It says King of Swords reversed and Three of Swords reversed. Isn't it odd that it's suggesting they're doing the same thing you're doing? Getting over the separation or something like that. So this person's just... Why are they showing up in the reading? If they're just going to avoid Capricorn, then why are they even here? It's saying because they do want to work things out. That's why. Alright. That's all you need to know, Capricorn. You've got a person here that's obviously, in my opinion... Well, no. I'm going to do it neutral and balanced here because I hate when I do... I just never believe in the one-sided kind of way of reading. I try not to. But sometimes I know I do. But in all fairness... There's clearly some disagreement between you and them, or something that's not working, alright? I get a sense that it's, as I said earlier, it's a Capricorn that kind of feels like this person's not being very, like, they're there to take more than they give, or they want things their way, or something like that. You know, and you may have felt that that just wasn't, you know, they weren't really thinking about your needs, or what you're contributing, or whatever, that much, and that may have been disappointing for some of you, or just kind of a turn-off, alright? Whatever the case is, this King of Swords reverse is telling us they're kind of trying to match your energy, they're evading you, so it's kind of in some ways like, well, you know, two can play that game, whatever. This person, despite that, whatever the case is, it does kind of suggest that they want to try and make things right, work things out. You know, I don't think this person wants to compromise, because then it's going to make them look weak or something like that. So they're just, I don't know. Just seems like a tricky situation. Maybe they don't want to come across as desperate. Right? For what it's worth, their energy does not actually suggest that they're desperate. It just kind of suggests, though, that they do want to, they don't actually like things the way that they are. They would rather things be like to make peace with you, or work things out, or just be in your graces. Whether that is to go to a connection again, I don't know. There's not much Cups energy here. It does show failure from the past, or something that didn't work. Alright? This is really like a situation where you got two people that are marrying each other. So I don't know if anything's going to happen. Somebody's got to break the ice, essentially. Good luck to you, Capricorn. That's all I got for you. Oh, you want to work things out? Well, it turns out I want to as well. I can't wait to catch you up on all my drama. I need to dump it all out on you. I've got like a truckload. Capricorn's like, oh god, no. 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 I can't do it again. Baby, I can give it in spoonfuls. It's okay. Just can't wait for that drama. Just can't wait. Aquarius, How are my aquas doing? Okay. Tell me about the person our Aquarius are not talking to. Who is this person? We have the Chariot. Okay. Somebody that wants to overcome problems or issues with you. Tell me about the person that wants to overcome problems or issues with Aquarius. How do they feel towards Aquarius? Two of Cups reversed. Okay. That you guys are disconnected with each other. How do they feel towards Aquarius? Seven of Wands, defeated. Well, we're kind of going the opposite of trying to overcome challenges. Their energy is somewhat negative here, unfortunately, Aquarius. It's kind of suggesting they just feel, Seven of Wands, which can just be somebody that's not even fighting for the connection. They just feel like, what's the point? Two of Cups, there's a separation, a break of union, bond. How does this person see Aquarius? The person that's not talking with Aquarius, the one that's obviously given up? Or how do they see Aquarius? Eight of Swords? Somehow they've drawn the conclusion that they think you're up in your mind. Clarify that. Page of Swords reversed. They think that you're up in your mind about whether to talk or like you're going to say something or you're not. I don't know what that's really... This person may, for a small portion of you, may be under the impression that, like, you know, the Page of Swords, when it's reversed, can talk about nosy activity sometimes. So this person may have the perception that you're spying on them, or you check them out, and maybe something that you've seen could get you up in your head. I don't know if this person's intending to do that. Like, that could be that's a wild kind of assumption there, but it's possible. All right. In other words, they're thinking like, oh, I wonder if Aquarius is up in their head about something I posted or something. I don't know. Somehow this person feels like you're up in your mind. All right. Why is this person not talking with Aquarius? It says Six of Cups. Tell me more about Six of Cups. Moon here. It says Strength reversed. I'm not clear on that, what it's saying there. What does the Six of Cups have to do with Aquarius? Saying Four of Pentacles reversed, moving on. I'm not sure there, Aquarius, what it's entirely saying, because it suggests something around giving up or moving on. But it's going to the Six of Cups. How that's applying here, I don't know. What is another reason they're not talking with Aquarius? says 8 of Pentacles reversed. Clarify 8 of Pentacles reversed. Devil and 9 of Pentacles. Why would Aquarius have an issue with Devil and 9 of Pentacles? Why would Aquarius have an issue with the Devil and the 9 of Pentacles? Saying recovery or moving on. I don't know, Aquarius. This reading is really it's very confusing. It's kind of suggesting something with independence. Bachelorette material. It's like someone. So 9 of Pentacles is always going to talk about a person in a good, strong position. Someone ready to mingle, move forwards, could be responsible. Oftentimes, it can talk about somebody that's got a great career, doing well for themselves, got desirable qualities that are great for marriage. Right? That's why it's one away from the 10 of Pentacles. All right. But it's going to the Devil. That can oftentimes talk about, again, a wide range of bad behaviors or qualities or certain situations people are stuck in where they keep going around in circles, drug addictions, or issues around it. There's some issue around it that's going to, again, trying to make things work with that. So I'm assuming that, my assumption is that it's suggesting like the Devil energy is getting in the way of that 9 of Pentacles energy. All right. There's some kind of giving up energy and moving on here. So it's almost like pinpointing that it's like, the problem is like, you know, it's one-sided when I say this, but it's like, it could be an Aquarius that got frustrated with this person in that they're doing certain things or doing something that is like, you feel is unhealthy, or it's just leading to problems, or it's becoming more, it's more problems than it's worth to deal with. This person may have interpreted that even if they did have some sort of issue, Aquarius, that you just kind of gave up on it, like you didn't try. Like, oh, because I was dealing with something, you just decided to jump ship. Or you didn't want to deal with me. So this can also be where somebody like kind of explains their behavior issues or why I act like this, but in relation because it's something I'm dealing with. So therefore, you need to deal with it. Yeah, I have anger problems and I punch holes in the wall, but you know, that's not a reason to leave me. That's just something I'm working on, and you know my situation. So you're just leaving. You're just abandoning me. So I'm going to go punch some more holes in the wall. Okay, you're going to do that. How did you get in? You punched so many holes through the door, there was no door. So I just came on in. Oh, sorry. I'm working on it. Tell. 5 of Cups comes out. I'm not gonna take that actually. Because I don't know what it's related to. All right. What a confusing reading, Aquarius. Tell me more about this person that's not talking to Aquarius. Why are they concerned around 2 of Cups reversed? Because they feel on the outs with you. So this person does care. All right. Why was the Devil energy occurring? Why, in relation to this person Aquarius is not talking to, why was the Devil energy occurring? Saying 9 of Pentacles reversed. The opposite of this. So again, I think I was on the money about that. There's something about whoever this individual is that is ascribing Aquarius, as having or possessing some sort of traits or qualities that it would suggest, and I'm taking a gander here, that you did not like, or you felt needed to be improved, or weren't up to the Aquarius standards. All right? And you may have felt, using that genius Aquarius brain of yours, that you had solutions to their problems, but they didn't want to fix them, or they weren't meeting your expectations, and therefore, I gotta go. Sorry. You're just not making the cut. All right? This person may have countered that all and said, again, as I kind of mentioned earlier, that, yeah, they had issues and they had this or that or whatever like that, but from their standpoint, they kind of felt more like you were, you know, you whichever way you wanted to spin it, that you still kind of just gave up or abandoned them. So, translation, it's still your fucking fault. This person may, it's possible, Aquarius, this person may have a very different view, like mindset on how they perceive challenges. All right. You know, the devil energy is a problem here because this person definitely could be somebody that is stuck in some type of repetitive, reoccurring issue, whether they've got a drug problem, an alcohol problem, or maybe they've got a gambling problem, or maybe this person has certain like mood problems that keep going. Maybe they're ultra bipolar. I don't know, or maybe this person can't seem to hold down a job, or they're always dealing with depression. You know, they've got some issue that keeps recurring is what I'm trying to get at. It could be other things. But they're kind of like looking at it that like, well, just because I have that issue doesn't mean you should just walk away or ditch me, or, you know, use that as a reason to leave me. You know, just because I have a violent anger problem doesn't mean that you need to leave me. But what is this person looking for? It does kind of suggest they are still interested in a connection with you. Right. What is a wild card for Aquarius? So we have Ace of Wands reversed. Tell us more about that. Nine of Swords reversed. So it is suggesting that this person is themselves stressing about if things will ever initiate again or start. I'm going to take the Nine of Swords being reversed here as a worsening of energy. Alright. It can also suggest this person getting frustrated with delays or something around that. Why is this bothering this person that's not talking to Aquarius? Why is it bothering them so much? About delays. So it says Queen of Swords. I think this person wants to talk. I think they want to talk to you, Aquarius. I don't know what else to say. I think this person wants to communicate, but they're getting frustrated. This whole situation seems a bit like clouded a little bit here. All right, there's too many possibilities in what it could really be suggesting, but I think I've given you the general idea. All right, I'm going to move on to the next reading. Good luck. Sounds like a bit of a turbulent situation. Yeah. But overall, the person I still think wants you, Aquarius. Okay. Pisces, as always, you are the last sign. Tell me about the person our Pisces are not talking to. Who is this person? What can I know? What can Pisces know? It says a King of Swords. Okay. Doesn't unfortunately tell us much with King of Swords because there's just a person maybe waiting on communication for you. Or they're expecting you to talk to them. Tell me more about this person that's not talking with Pisces. The one that shows up in King of Swords energy. How do they feel towards Pisces? Strength, this person may be holding back, which aligns with the King of Swords energy. We have Lovers here too. I think this person does have interest still in you, Pisces. This person does show up in a strong masculine energy. At least they have some sort of dominance about them. How do they see Pisces, this person? Knight of Swords, reversed here. I still think this person, I don't know if it's them holding out or they're kind of feeling like you are a little bit, but whatever the case is, I think this person wants to reach out to you, but they're holding back a bit. So they see you as somebody that they do want to reach out to, all right, but their position is just to hold back for right now. This Knight of Swords, when it's reversed, can tell us to some extent like it's a person, especially when it's upright, would tell us that they just want to, fuck it, I'm just going to message them. But the reversal here is saying like you've got something you want to say, but you're holding it back. All right? You're not just running in and saying it. You're thinking about it, which aligns heavily with this energy. So again, it suggests that this person wants to, they're playing it safe. Why is this person playing it safe towards Pisces? Person that's not talking to Pisces. Why are they playing it so safe? This is King of Wands. I don't know what that's implying. Well, King of Wands is somebody, again, that would... So... For some reason, I get a sense that this person feels like you're going to come towards them, Pisces. So I have the page here as well. Why is this person not talking with Pisces? So we have the Six of Cups reversed here. Because of something from the past here. Tell me about Six of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands. What does that have to do with Pisces? These Seven of Wands. What does that have to do with Pisces? Towards this person. What happened in the past that has to do with Seven of Wands in relation to Pisces? It says you're undecided about something. Well, obviously you're in that energy because there was something you weren't liking about this person. What was Pisces not liking about this person that caused the Two of Swords energy? You didn't like, so Seven of Swords behavior. You felt that either behavior was becoming A, shady, B, this person was potentially cheating on you, or C, you felt this person was lying or not being honest about certain things, or D, you speculated based on their behavior or how they're acting that there are certain things that were probably going on. You just couldn't prove it. There was something about that caused you to become into this energy, it says about them, which made you, in some ways, become, I guess, defensive towards them. Alright? I don't like that you keep staying out at 3 a.m. and the tracker says you're at the strip bar. Look, man, I was just trying to help somebody that had a flat tire. I can't help that the car got flat outside of a strip club. That's where I was at. If you don't like that, then, well, I can't help you. Right? And then it happened to be the bar owner who invited me in for a drink just to say thank you for helping him fix his tire. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Okay? Like, he couldn't pay me. So, I mean, he gave me a coupon for a free lap dance. And I was like, I don't want to be an asshole and say no. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I mean, I didn't want to be alone, so, I mean, of course I was going to invite, like, half my friends. Just trying to socialize, and now you're just trying to ruin it. And then I was too drunk to drive, so then I had to sleep at the hooker's house. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? That doesn't mean I'm cheating. I'm just helping someone, like, with a flat tire and, you know, it's just trying to be a decent, polite human being. Some people bring flowers and other people give you a free coupon for a lap dance. I mean, God. Alright. Whatever the case is, okay, I was being dramatic there, but I mean, it's suggesting something about their behavior or something was going on. Maybe some of you could have speculated this without evidence, and others of you felt that you had evidence, right? So it's talking about why they're not talking. It's relating to something from the past that I guess you were upset about. Will this person reach out to Pisces? Okay, it is suggesting yes, this person still has interest. It looks like this king over here is still wanting their queen back. All right. Does show some interest there. What will happen in a relation if this person does approach Pisces? How? Well, that's not going to answer it. What will happen with this drama stuff from the past if this person approaches Pisces? What will happen with the drama from the past? So it says things we made right. Let's take that. Apparently, maybe some of you will just kind of work it out with them. That's what I got for you, Pisces. All right. I completely get that some of you are going to say, oh, no, I'm never going to make it right with them. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Fine. All right. But if the tarot is predicting that there's a portion of you that, yes, you will work it out with this person. All right. There seems to be some mutual attraction with each other, or you guys kind of like certain qualities about each other, so there is something that works here. It does kind of suggest maybe there was, as I said, overall some type of behavior or something they did in the past that you didn't like, all right, that probably put this whole ship or stalled this whole ship from moving forwards. All right, however, it does kind of also imply this person's kind of holding back or whatever like that. Maybe it's to give you space, or maybe it's to match your energy. I don't know. But whatever the case is, this person does imply they have their eye on you, all right? And there's potential they will come forward and try to resolve something. The justice there can also kind of suggest the universe kind of aligning things to have an opportunity to resolve something. It's not a guarantee it'll work out, but in this person's feelings, there is still interest in you with the lovers, all right? Won't apply to all Pisces. You'll know who you are when it happens, all right? Good luck to you. Thanks for watching. I think that's it, right? Yeah, belong to misery. No, we're done.